Here we go. Okay, now you're good.
Okay, sorry, I had to like move last minute.
No, you're
Sorry. But yeah, so I'm Caitlin. For those of you who don't know me, I just hit my 3 years in the business last weekend, which is insane because it like doesn't feel like it's been 3 years, but it's been so fun. A lot of life has happened, but before it works, I had really, really bad depression and anxiety. I just had my daughter. When I found this business, she was about 10 months old. And I literally, you guys, I was living in my parents' basement, like, and I was only waking up to feed my kid. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking when I got started. I just knew that, like, I needed I just knew that I needed this in my life because God like threw it at me and I just took it as a sign and I was like, you know what, like maybe I'll get friends out of it. Maybe I'll make some diaper money. Like who knows what'll happen. I didn't have $99 to join you guys. I went and sold my daughter's old clothes on like the Facebook garage sale website. And I was literally so scared of people and had such bad anxiety that I remember like selling the clothes and people were coming to the door to buy it. So I would put it in a tote so I wouldn't have to answer the door to deal with these people because I literally didn't want to talk to anyone. I was terrified. And like, I feel embarrassed now thinking of it. They're probably like, whoa, what a weirdo. Like she won't even answer the door. But like, that's just how it was. So I knew I couldn't go to work and I knew I didn't want to leave my daughter. I trusted nobody. Still to this day, you guys, I haven't left my daughter with like anybody, but I take pride in that because that's just how I wanted to raise her. And I've loved every single minute of it. Thankfully to this business, I got to do that. But at first I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that we signed customers. So I was asking everybody and anybody who wanted the product. I was posting a lot. My posts were terrible, you guys. If I signed as many customers as I signed with as bad of posts as I signed, like you guys should just know you're in great hands because our posts look amazing now. Like everything has changed. But I just started signing customers and I didn't really have an upline. The girl I joined with, she literally quit like a week later. I have no idea how or why I stayed, but thank you, Jesus, that I did. And it's just crazy. Like Cheyenne found me because I was signing LCs and she was just like, I don't know you, but like, let's run together. And I was so scared, you guys. She voice clipped me and I'd never listened to a voice clip before. Yeah, like didn't even know what one of those was either. And I was terrified to open that. And I was like, oh, I have to listen to this girl's voice clip. Like I had anxiety about that. But you guys, like the moment you just open up a little bit, everything changes. And since then, like I promoted pretty fast, like Ruby, Emerald, you know, all that kind of jazz. But I've been stuck at triple for a year now, you guys. And I'm so sick of it and it's about to be gone and done with because I have amazing people on the team like you guys that are killing it. And I see all of you guys' enrollments and you guys are just doing so great. And I wanted to say that. But yeah, since then, we live an amazing life. I make more money than I could have ever imagined with anything because I dropped out of college. I don't have that degree. So I really probably would be making like $11 somewhere, if that. So I am super, super grateful and we're just out here living our best lives.
I love that so much. So I wanted to ask, I don't know how to like word this question. I was just like writing it down when you were talking, but like obviously you haven't like gotten over anxiety because that's not really something you can like get over, but how do you think it like grew and like changed like throughout this? Does that like make sense?
Yes. So I don't know if you guys have like realized by now, but if you have anxiety, you're not comfortable with a lot of things. And this business makes you get comfortable with a lot of things. And at first it was super scary. Like I said, I didn't even want to listen to her voice messages. That's how bad it was for me. But the moment I did that, I felt relief. I was like, wow, it seems so simple, but it's like I just did one step and it made me want to open up more and start to do more. And along with that is, I don't know if you guys realize, but personal development is a huge thing. And that has helped so much, you guys, so much. I'm just not the same person. I grow myself every single day. And I think that's honestly what's helped a ton.
No, yeah, I love that. And then like obviously you said like personal development like is your favorite thing. What is your like your favorite personal development? Because I know there's like so many different things you can do. So like
Yeah,
what's like, your fave?
it's hard because I'm blue and red like through and through. So if it's not fun, like I don't want to be doing it. So with personal development, that can get really, really hard. But I find people who inspire me and pump me up. So it's like Rachel Hollis. I can listen to her all day long. The girl pumps me up. Will Smith, you guys, I don't know what it is about him, but he's just like everybody's dad. Like he's amazing. And like I can listen to him all day. So like stuff like that, but it has to be short clips. I go to YouTube and I say short personal development clips, like something super simple. Ella, baby, come here. Um, and so I do that, and then I love super short, like the 100 Days to Brave, like the devotionals. Daily devotionals are my thing because you don't have to read a lot, but it's a little, and it's still making me do the things, and it's still making me like open up a little bit, but it's like short things that keep it super simple. Honestly, you guys, you can get personal development off of a quote. And I'm huge on quotes. Like quotes are my thing. I do my life posts based off of quotes too. So I use that as personal development too. I can literally just search quotes and feel 1,010 times better than when I just woke up 10 minutes ago.
No, yeah, I love that. I'm the exact same way. I actually just recently started 100 Days to Brave, and I know like Shay used to do it on the morning journaling Zooms, and I like not that like I never like listened, but it like didn't hit the same until like I started reading it, and I was like, this is so good. But yeah, I love that. So the next thing I wanted to ask, also English. Also, if anyone ever has any questions throughout this, go ahead and put them in the chat. I have the chat up so I can see your guys' questions and everything. Just want to throw that in there. But the next thing I wanted to ask is like, what do you feel like is like working for you right now? Like, it's like sign loyal customers and like sign distributors.
Yeah. So obviously, if you're doing the things you're doing host to post, and like host to posts are where it's at. Host to post for distributors for me, like every single time I'm putting up a host post for a distributor, I'm getting comments because who doesn't want more money, right? Like everybody wants more money. I don't care who you are. Like it just, that's how the world is and that's how our minds work. So no matter what, getting host to post up is huge. For distributors, I started a new thing probably like 3 or 4 months ago maybe. Cheyenne was like, you know what, like you need to get out of your bubble, you need to tell your story, you need to make a video on it. All right, so I did it, and you can pre-record it. So like it's super, super easy and simple because you're literally just talking to yourself. And I posted that on Instagram TV, and then I posted it on my Facebook like wall. Every single time I have somebody reach out to me or I reach out to somebody about the business and they're interested, I send them the video. And it's a short, like 6 to 8 minute clip. And it just says who I am, what I do, what I was doing before it works, literally my story and where I'm at now and what I'm doing. It literally seals the deal for me. Like I've never enrolled as many distributors as I've been enrolling. And I swear it's because of this video. It's just something about it. It says, I'm real. I'm a real person. This is my story. They connect to you. They're inspired by you because there's obviously, if you guys do voice messages too, how much more likely are you to get a customer or somebody on your team after you send the voice clip than you are just a script? Like people love actually engaging and like listening to you talk and stuff. So that video changed everything. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't have a story to tell yet. Your uplines can do this too. Like I have my girls, my newbies, they tag people who are interested in my video and they sign them because of it too. So it's helped a lot with that. And then another thing is I'm super, super intentional now. It's not just about signing a distributor anymore. It's I'm connecting with these people and I'm learning about them and their lives, and I'm connecting to them, and I'm literally writing them on a sticky note and posting it on my wall because I'm going to pray about these people. They're people I feel super, super connected to. We might have like life stories and I can just like feel it. I write a little specific like unique thing next to their name because maybe they're a hairstylist. Like for example, I think one over there is, and I was thinking the other day how I really, really need my hair done. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do to it. And I was like, why don't I message this girl and be like, hey, I know you do hair. So I was just really wanting to get your opinion on like what you think I should do to my hair. You guys, that's building a friendship and a connection. And she's going to stay loyal and she's going to sign up with me. I have no doubt about that. So I just get super kind of like speak it into existence kind of thing is huge too. And then one of my follow-ups I keep using is like, I've had you on my heart. There's just something about those words where people are like, wow, like she's really been thinking of me. And I'm not just telling them that. Like after I'm writing these sticky notes, you guys, like I pray about these people coming in because I know what they're going through and I know like this can change everything for them. So I'm just being super, super intentional.
I love all of that. I remember whenever I think I texted you, it was like in January, and we were talking about signing distributors, and you told me to make that video. And I vividly remember saying, I'm going to get ready and take it tomorrow. And then I never did. And then you just talked about that. And I was like, holy crap, I forgot about this video. So I wrote that down. It's actually happening now. But
She's
I love
doing it tomorrow, guys.
yeah,
Okay.
y'all hold me accountable. That video will be posted on my Instagram TV tomorrow. But I love what you said about like being intentional and like the names like on the sticky notes and stuff. I think like once I finally started being intentional with my business, like that is what took everything to a whole new level. Cause like I know for myself, and like if you're on my team and you've been here for a little bit, you know like my story of like literally working my butt off for like 3 months and then just kind of like after that. And like I feel like once I started to like become intentional and just like do the things, but like do the things in like basically half the amount of time because I'm being so intentional, like that like sense of freedom like completely changed my business for me. And like I learned a lot of that in High Performance Habits. It's a book that I'm reading right now, and that one's super, super good. And Kelsey, to answer your question, she's just like talking about her story, like what her life is like now, before the business, and then like after the business, basically like what it is now. And it's on your IGTV, right, Kate?
I did mine on I think it was Instagram TV. I'm not good at the whole Instagram TV.
No, yeah, you're fine. But even Kelsey, like if you're comfortable with going live, you can even like go live and do this, and then like save the video and then upload it to IGTV too. So you can have it to both places. You can post it to both places too if you just want to like pre-record it. But that's like another thing as well. I definitely need to do that like yesterday. And then I love the follow-up also that you had, like I've had you on my heart, because like I feel like if someone sent that to me, like that would hit. Like I would probably cry. So I love that.
You just gotta think about it too. Like,
yeah,
why would you want to? Like I would want to be on a team of somebody who actually cares about me and like doesn't think of me as another person on the team. Like I mean something to them and I'm important to their story and they want to help me with my story. So I'm just like, the moment I started really caring about other people and thinking about the bigger picture, not just looking at my promotion, but everybody else's, is the moment it all really like comes together for you.
No, yeah, I love that. And there's like a quote that I'm gonna get it mixed, or like I'm gonna say it wrong, but it's like people don't care what you know until they know that you care. I think that's how you go, like how do you say it? But it's basically just saying like people like aren't
You're froze.
Oh,
I think
no,
you're froze.
that's a sad day.
That's the worst.
Can y'all
just in the middle of the quote, I was so excited.
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you're good now.
Oh, love that. It popped up that my connection was unstable, and I'm like, right now. I turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone and my iPad because it's been doing this all day. We love janky Wi-Fi. It's the best. Anyway, but this quote is like, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's like people don't care what you know until they know that you care. Basically just saying like people aren't going to care what you have to say until they know that you truly care about them. And like that's one thing that I've always loved. Like both of our leaders are Shay, so with her, like homegirl cares about you, and like it means the world to me, like going to her with like personal issues, and I know she cares about them. And like that's like one of the biggest things I feel like that's helped me. I don't want to say stick around because I'm always going to be here, but you know what I mean. Like
exactly.
Yeah,
no, but exactly. And I have a lot of people too who are like, if it wasn't for the community, like I wouldn't be here. Like a lot of people are with us because they love how empowering. Oh wow, I can't freaking talk now. You get it. And like they're like, you know, and there's something about it for me too. Like waking up in the morning, I see my phone is blowing up with my group chats. Good morning, beautiful ladies. Like, I hope you guys rock your day. It's just always positive things. And like, who wouldn't want to be a part of that, especially nowadays, like in today's society? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk together, or I can't talk either, it's fine. The next thing I wanted to talk about was kind of getting into more of like the promotion side of things. Like, how do you, like, as a leader, feel like you can get your team like rallied together like for these big promotions? Like, obviously I know you're going prez this month, and then like this team shooting for prez here, like here pretty quick. So like, how do you like get that team together? You know what I mean?
and that's been the biggest thing too, because obviously with massive promotions, you cannot do it alone. Like, you need your team, and you have to have everybody on their A game. So big things for me, always giveaways. Who doesn't love prizes, you guys? Make things exciting for people. You can do contests. It doesn't even have to be like somebody gets money. You know, it can be a top coaching call. It can, like, you can literally message me and be like, hey, if I do a giveaway, can you do a coaching call with a girl? And I would like be more than happy to do that. And I know other people would too. It can be simple little things, but contests are huge with my team because I know I have like a lot of blues too and a lot of reds, and they live for that kind of thing. But team chats, you guys, are probably the biggest thing for us. I think that's really when things took off too, is just like I said, the community, that's keeping fire. If you see other people doing the things and they're enrolling, you're going to be like, well, shoot, I can be doing the things and I can be enrolling, and you're going to go and do the same thing. So, you know, I don't know if you guys have like Road to Ruby chats, but getting your girls and stuff like that. I have, you know, my leader chats. I have a March push chat. And I know people rag on chats. They're like, oh, I don't want my notifications blowing up all the time. Who cares? Like, we're trying to promote, you know, like you should constantly be cheering on your sideline sisters and having that accountability partner and just like staying really, really close to the fire. So team chats are huge. And then also like always just loving on your people, pouring into them, keeping them excited, reminding them why they're here and why they wanted this. You guys, it takes 2 seconds to look at everybody's stories every day. You can literally just be like, oh, I saw you posted about this today and you haven't ever posted about that. I'm so proud of you. And for like, you're like, that's so dumb. But to them, that's huge. Like, they're like, oh, she's actually watching me and she's actually noticing what I'm doing. Just love on your people. Be so appreciative for them because you really wouldn't be where you are without them. And then just you yourself, you have to wake up every day and just keep going because your team is literally watching you and looking at you. And I've noticed that too, especially as my team's grown. You have to be that person that you want them to be. You can't just, you know, say all the things and not do the things because they know the difference. They really do.
Oh, I'm muted. Okay. I love that so much. And like, sorry, I'm writing something down. Okay. I was just like taking notes. But I love what you said about like you have to be that person. Cause like, that's one thing that I always like have looked up to Shay for in that aspect. And like, cause I know like whenever I had like my quick little story, like I went executive my first month, quit where I was like posting, but like I really was not working at all. And then Shay called me after a conference of 2018 and basically was just like, hey, you're charted for Emerald. You're going to get a $5,000 bonus. And I was like, okay, I like money. And I was like, what do I have to do? And she was like, literally just follow my lead. And like, if it wasn't for her showing up every single day and like me actually following her lead, like we would all not be here right now. I think that's like crazy, but it's like, it always
No,
me because like I know like seeing my leader work every single day and like seeing like Courtney and Jade and Ashley Worth and like Kate and like all of these people that are just like busting their butts every single day, it's like I have to work because like I have to hold up my end to like their promotions and things like that. Out of breath. Whew. But like that was like one thing that's like always stood out to me is just like I'm going to repeat myself, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like it just always, I mean, like I know Danny and I have talked about that a lot because she was always saying like it always makes me happy like seeing my leaders work. And I'm like, exactly, because it's like, yeah, like obviously you want your team to work and stuff, but like I have to be showing up 110% every single day for me to expect my team to even show up at like 50. Like if I'm not showing up, like I cannot expect my team to show up at all. So that's like one of the biggest things. I love that so much.
Right.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
shoot. I had something.
You're good. If you think about it, just you're fine. Don't worry.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is, I know I like sent you
Oh,
these two things.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're good. You're good.
I just did want to go over this because it was kind of like something I really wanted to talk about, but like not everybody you sign up is gonna be a rock star right off the bat. You guys, I had you don't know what you're doing when you sign up. Think about if Shay never reached out to me, I would literally still probably just be signing customers. Like I wouldn't be building my team. I wouldn't be making money, but because she took my hand, you guys, we get so like, oh, well, I signed her up. Like I helped her get her shopping spree. What more could she want? Some people you have to take their hand and do it with them. You just have to. And I've learned that, and it might be a pain in the butt, but guess what? You can do it all in one chat. Take everybody's hand. If what it takes for me to go oh my God, I can't even remember what I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, blah. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do all the things, and I will do whatever it takes. I don't care if it's logging on this girl's social media for her for a month until I replace her next month. Like, you know what I mean? But it's not going to be like that, because if you are taking that extra step and you're caring about them and you're telling them, hey, you should go and do this, blah, 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 they're going to do it, and they're going to start to understand, and then they're going to be able to do it by themselves. And then they're going to do it for other people, and they're going to show them how to do it. So you just have to take that step, even if you don't want to. Even if you're like, oh, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to keep doing everything for everybody. It's going to be worth it. I can promise you.
No, and I can 110% attest to that, because I am the type of person that I used to enroll someone, and if they weren't running, I would be like, ooh, bye. And I would just like forget about them, which is terrible to say, but I mean, like, I'm just being completely honest. And like growing as a leader and everything, like I was like we're pushing press. Like we've been pushing press for a literal year now. Kate, I know you feel me on that, but it is happening. And it's crazy because, getting all sweaty over here. But it's just like crazy because like once I started like enrolling people and like truly caring about these people, and I was just like, I want to be your friend, like I want to like get to actually know you, and like because like, you know, like just become their friend, like that changed everything for me. Because now like I had a girl the other day, even I enrolled her in January, and she called me like I think it was yesterday or the day before, and she basically was like, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know if I want to do this, but like I'm coming to you anyway. And it made, like, I don't want to say it made me feel good, but it made me feel good that she could come to me and like tell me that, because I obviously know how to help her, you know what I mean? But like if I wouldn't have built that friendship with her, she would have just blocked me and gone to the witness protection program. And
Exactly.
so like, exactly. So like now that I can like actually get to know her and like we are friends, like she can just come to me, which like made me feel so good. And like that's definitely helped so much with like my personal business of like growing my team and everything, because like obviously like pushing for prez, like just the promotion itself, or like having a triple, a double, and a diamond, it doesn't fill the chart. And I know for most promotions, like you need that extra group volume. So if you have like multiple rubies popping and like multiple emeralds and multiple diamonds, like your promotion's just going to come together literally all by itself, simply because you were just loving on these girls and like truly caring about them. And like I love that so much.
And that's what's changed for me a lot too these past couple months, is like when I get new people, I'm thinking about it first. I'm like, who would they like, what leader would they really vibe well with?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what who do I feel like they could really come to and understand and be friends with outside of this business, because they're going to work a lot better together. And then like it just, everything made so much more sense when I started doing that. People just started popping off because they started working together, and it wasn't a dead leg. It wasn't, I was just placing for our promotion. You guys don't, I get it. Like we all just want to promote and we want the bonuses and we want, but don't just place to promote. If you place where there's leadership and there's a future, and it's just, it is going to pay off so much better than if you just place for your promotion. I promise. Don't be the fool who stays in the same spot doing the same thing for as long as I have, because I'm telling you, it's not worth it. The moment you just start running with your newbies and your leaders, it's all going to come together for you.
Yeah, and something to go on top of that. I'm so glad we did this. I'm loving this. I haven't taken this much of notes on a Zoom in a long time, so I'm happy. But something I wanted to say is, I know, like, for myself, like, if you know me, I'm green. I literally scream Shrek 24/7. But so, like, something that I would do is, like, I would have my girls like take the color test as soon as they joined. And if you don't know what the color test is, it's like a color personality. I don't do it anymore because I personally struggled with, like, I am green and I scream Shrek. It was like a label that I put on myself. But like, no, like, it's amazing that I have like a green personality. You know what I mean? So something that I started doing, and I kind of like, I just thought about this because you said that, but excuse me, hopping on FaceTimes with my new distributors, you can figure out someone's color on a 5-minute FaceTime call with them. Like, literally that fast. Like, it's so simple to figure out someone's color personality. So then from there, that's how I'm pairing up my girls with leadership, because like that was like the biggest thing for me. Like, here recently, I've enrolled like a ton of greens, and it makes me happy because I am green, but I know exactly what leader to put that to, like, build this team underneath, because they're all green and they all just like scream numbers and facts to each other. It just makes my heart so happy. But like I said, like, some, again, like, kind of going off of that, these FaceTime calls with your new distributors, one, they're incredibly helpful, but two, that is also another way that you can like tie everything back in. Cause like, it's just crazy to me. Cause like, I know, like, I have so like such diverse leadership on each of my legs, but because of that leadership, it just all makes this like beautiful team. And like, I just love it. But like, once you really figure out, like, I know, like, when I enrolled someone, like, I was like, this girl is literally a miniature Danny, like, I'm gonna place her there. Or like, this girl's a miniature Ellie, and like, I would place her on that leg, and things like that. And like, it's completely okay to do that, even if it doesn't fill your chart, because like, these girls, like, it's gonna fill your chart in like anyway, you know what I mean? So because I've definitely done that, especially like pushing for triple, I was just placing girls in boxes and I was like, work. And that was it. But once I like truthfully started caring about these people and like trying to figure out exactly who they'd work with, that took, or like, that's been like growing my leadership on my team like so much. And especially with like the layered leadership, that's like the biggest thing that like you need when you're pushing for these bigger promotions and stuff. Yeah, I love that. I'm just loving for all of this. Okay, so the next question I have for you is, I kind of want you to talk about like the mindset that you need to be in, like, for your promotion. And like, I don't want to say like expectations, but like the expectations of hitting that promotion, if you know what I mean. But I kind of want you to like touch on that for a second.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to like throw a bunch at you guys, but I mean, there is like kind of a lot, because it is a lot to be at, going for what you're going for, no matter what you're going for. Also, can you guys just like throw in the comments, what rank you're going for, just so, just so I know a little bit about like who I'm talking to.
All y'all better say diamond. Diamond double, that's right.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys' team is insane. I love it. Ooh, okay.
Makes your heart so happy. Oh, you guys are gonna be diamond. I love it.
That like shakes me. I
I
love it.
know. My face just got really red because I just got really excited for you guys. So crazy.
I love it. So yeah, expectations, you guys. Communication is everything. Everything. You should be communicating with your leader constantly. And I'm talking like more than once a day, you guys. Like, be so in sync. Ella, you're gonna have to wait a minute. So anyways, you have to be in constant communication with your leaders. I personally talk to Shay probably like too much. I don't know if that's like relatable, but like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like a newbie. But you guys, like,
Kate and Shay in a group chat like 6 times a day. I'm like, hey, can y'all FaceTime for a sec? Like, it's fine. Like, it happens.
It's so good because you need that reassurance and you need somebody cheering you on, and you need to know that like you're not in this alone, because you're really, really not. And then along with communicating with your leaders, like communicate with your downline. Stay super, super plugged in, you guys. You should know what's going on at all times. You should literally be like, I can't even express to you me in a promotion month. Like, you guys can still have fun and you guys can still do the things. And I'm not saying you have to give up your life. And I'm not saying you have to like not talk to anybody for the month you're promoting. But if you want to get to diamond, if you want to get to double, if you want a bonus, you have to be worthy of it. Okay. And like, I had to get real with myself there, because there are times I'm like, oh, like and then this has been the past. I'm like, I'm a presidential, like I'm so worthy of it. But you guys, I don't know why I thought I was worthy of that. I was not doing the things every day that I should have been doing. I was not communicating with my leaders. I was not communicating with my downline. I didn't even know half of my chart that was going on. I just was saying the things. I wasn't doing the things. And there is a huge difference. And you have to get real with yourself, and you have to get real now, because it is the middle of the month and you still have time. But get super, super real with yourself right now. And you have to know what you want and where you're going. That is something I'm preaching on all the time, because it is so important in life and in this business. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So have your chart in front of you. Have exactly what you're doing. Every day I wake up, and the first thing I do with personal development and my coffee is I am writing down my to-do list for the day. And it is so simple. And you guys might be like, I don't need to do that. No, you literally do, because how many of you guys get sidetracked? You know what I mean? Like, there's just, the things have to be done in the months you want to promote. You have to be doing all the things. So you have to be having all the tools. So know where your team's going to. I probably ask my team for an update like every 5 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, update your upline, you guys. If you're signing customers, tell them where you're going and where you're placing, so they can run with you and they can cheer you on and they can be in on it too. Because it's like so much better when everybody's on the same page. And that's just another thing with communication. And it kind of another thing with like accountability too. Like, it's kind of like the boom chat. How many of you guys see people booming and you're like, oh, I want to boom? And you go send out some messages. I do that all the time. Like, it holds yourself accountable. So, and then along with that, growing yourself daily, I know we already talked about, but even if it's 5 minutes, you guys, you have to work on your mindset. Being positive is so, so huge, because you're going to be dealing with obstacles. You're going to be dealing with the devil. But you guys, if you literally, I read something and it was like, when the devil answered, when the devil knocked, I let God answer. And I was just like, yes, like, why not do that? Like, why not just handle things with grace and think about all the positive, even with the negative? Because how much more energy does it take out of you to be negative than it does to just be happy? And why, like, it's always the people that are so negative and like so draining that like they don't go anywhere. Like, do you see somebody who's negative going anywhere? So if you're negative right now, you have to step out of it and you have to start being positive. And if you want that next level, like, you have to grow yourself. I'm especially like, do personal development on like what's relatable to you right now. Like, right now I'm doing a lot of leadership and a lot of growing myself, because that's kind of just where I am with my business and my life right now. So do things like that. You have to have the characteristics of a leader that you want in your downline. So let's think about my perfect person that I want to sign up tomorrow. Am I doing the things that I want that person to be doing? And if I'm not, then that's not good enough. You have to step up in every single way, because like we were talking about, you can't ask people to do things that you're not doing. Staying close to the fire is huge. So I don't know about your group chats and stuff like that, but stay super on top of that. Communicate with your family, you guys. That's another huge one. Something I am pretty big about. You know, Ella kind of said something to me the other day, and she was like, Mom, like, why haven't you been playing with me as much? And you guys, it crushed my soul. And I like was like, okay, I'm gonna take tonight, and we like went and did stuff, and I like made sure I had a day with her. But I sat down and I explained it to her, and I was like, Ella, like, I'm doing this so that we can have more freedom and we can do the things. I'm like, because I'm taking you to Disney in July, you know, like, so mom's gotta get that bonus so that we can go and do that. And, you know, like stuff like that. And you just have to be super honest and vulnerable with people, because they're going to be so much more likely to understand. And that's going to take a weight off of you, and that's going to keep you less stressed. And then just staying like super excited, you guys. I think I was watching, maybe it was like Morgan talking or something, but she was talking about how, like, do you guys remember the first time you fell in love with a product of ours? Like, and what product was it? And like thinking about it now, like in the feeling it gave you, like stay excited, get excited about your products again. Get excited about, getting weekly bonuses. Get excited about the little things and share it. Share everything. Like nothing, you can't overshare. You know what I mean? And then no excuses. Don't let anything stop you. You guys, don't hold yourself back. Like you are the only thing standing in between you and this promotion. That's it. You control everything. Everything. So you have to stay super excited and no excuses, and just be that person that you want everybody else to be. And then just do all the things daily. You can't slip up. Even the days, like, we don't expect anybody to be perfect. I can't even imagine what a perfect month, a perfect week, would look like, but just every day wake up and try and just put one foot in front of the other, and it's all going to come together for you guys.
I love that. Am I like glitchy or anything? Because my Wi-Fi is okay. Cool. Okay, awesome. It like said your connection's unstable, and I'm like, again, really? It's fine. But so I was taking notes over some things that you said during that, and I just like want to go back and touch on all of those. But one of the first things was like, you didn't say this exactly, but it's what made me think of it. But like manifesting only works if you're putting the work in behind it. And like that was something that I was preaching, like whenever like everything started happening in 2019, I was like, everything's fine, I'm going presidential, it's great. That was the only thing I was saying though. Like I was only saying like I was only speaking out loud, I'm going presidential, I'm enrolling, I'm a mass enroller, and like all these things, but I was not doing any sort of work behind it. And then like once I like flipped this switch and I was like, I have to be working if I want to see these results. Like I know that.
I literally saw God work through Cheyenne the other week. It was insane. Like, and this is like goes with it. She was being super, super vulnerable about how like she just, wants people who want this and want to be worthy with her. And like she doesn't want to just, sign the people, and like she wants to actually have that team and like have the leadership and have the people who want this, and not just sign up and ghost you. And like she was just, she's like, I feel like I've been pouring into myself, like I'm doing this. And she was just asking for help, she was talking to God about it. Literally, she was like, give me some signs. And did he not give you signs? Like he slapped her across the face.
I literally enrolled like 3 distributors in a day, and they all got their shopping sprees. Like it was insane. Like it was the craziest thing ever. And like she texted me and she was like, whoa. I was like, did you see
because
that?
she literally had spoke about it, and 2 hours later it's happening.
It
like
was
some
the craziest thing.
Yeah. Have that belief and like maybe question it, and like not question in a negative way. Question as like, do you think I should try something else? Is it something I'm doing? Like advice, and then praying about it, you guys. And like
literally
asking, he delivers. It is insane when you think of blessings, like blessings will come.
It was the craziest thing. I could cry thinking about it, because I literally was like sitting in here and I was like, what is going on? Like it was crazy. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, and then we were talking about like not sacrificing. I don't really like that word, but like you're gonna know what I'm saying. Like sacrificing a little to like get a lot. And like that's one of the biggest things, because like I was in a point where I was like, I am pushing for a promotion. Like I can't talk to anyone, I can't go out, I can't have fun with my friends. That is not true. That is 110% false. You can push for a promotion and still work your ass off and still get it done. I really tried to not cuss this entire Zoom. It's fine. But anyway.
If you're doing intentional work,
exactly,
you do not have to be on your phone all day, every day, you guys.
Exactly. I'm enrolling more than I've enrolled more this month than I enrolled in months that I was just like this the entire time. And I've worked in probably less time. Like I'm literally working this part-time, it feels like. Granted,
right.
yeah, I always have my phone on me. I'm always messaging and like responding and doing that sort of thing. But like I am only sitting here at my desk for like 2 to 3 hours a day. And like the rest of the time I'm like on the couch watching Office with my boyfriend, or like after this we're gonna go on a sushi date, like things like that. So like I can still
I don't
spend
know
the
about
time with him.
you, but
Yeah.
I like reward myself
No,
almost because
for real.
I
Yeah.
have a squirrel brain. So like every 2 seconds I'm here and there. And that's why I have my lists of to do and whatever.
Mhm.
But I will literally be like, you know what? Like you go and you message all these, you get 10 hosts to post up this morning, and you know what? Like you can spend your afternoon going to the park or doing what you want, you know, like sitting outside, or, you know, just like the little things. You guys, you can watch an episode of TV, or like just something. Like rewarding yourself is so, so huge.
Yeah, for sure. And then the next thing, when you were talking about journaling, yes. Like the first thing I do when I wake up is, well, actually, I have my charts all on my iPad and my phone now, which I'm super happy about. But I look at my chart and I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're getting closer and closer and closer. Even if it hasn't moved in 2 days, you guys, it's getting closer, okay? And just like look at it and you're like, I'm so thankful for this team. And like I go in and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like look at all of this. And then like I'll check. Like I just do different things like that to kind of like hype myself up basically. And then I come in here and I get my little journal that says boss lady, because I'm a boss lady, and I just journal. And like sometimes my journals are like 2 words, and sometimes I have to find one, and sometimes they're like a full page. Like I just come in here and I'm just like, God help. And I just like write down stuff. This one was like 4 days, or 4 days, 4 pages. Look at that. Like went on to the back. Like I just come in here and I just like journal about different things, and like about my life and about like my business and things like that. But like I feel like that's where I can get like a lot of my thoughts out too. But like I'm journaling, like I'm so thankful for the people I'm enrolling, and I'm so thankful for like the team that I have, and just like giving gratitude and like different things like that that you can get done in like literally 5 minutes. But do all of this before you open your phone. And it's hard because I know if you're like me, you probably wake up to like 10 text messages and like 80 Instagram people and like just a lot. But like I don't look at that until like my mind is 100% right. Because like I don't know about you guys, but if I know if you open a message first thing in the morning and it is negative, like it ruins your whole day. And like it takes so much to get out of that. So like I just don't even look at my phone until like I know I'm in a good place. Because like there have been times when like, especially last year, when like TFX was sold out and they're like, I haven't got my TFX in like 2 weeks, and I'm just like, it's fine, it's okay, you know. Like you just like try to like laugh it off, but like it got rough sometimes. But yes, like doing that personal development first thing in the morning like has been like the biggest blessing. And then also going off of what you said, like Zooms and like staying close to the fire. Like I love doing these like trainings, and like even like watching them on YouTube, like watching the replays, you guys. Like I cannot tell you how many Zooms I've rewatched over and over again, especially the Boom Zoom by Ashley Mayfield. I watch that probably 6 times a month, just because like I know like Danny, you're shaking your head because I know you and I have watched that a lot together too. But like that Zoom is just so good. Jade Hooper, Morgan McIntyre, like all these people are so amazing. But just like rewatching them, like I'll get over here and I'm like, oh my God. And it just like hypes me up again just because like of what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love that.
You do.
Okay, so Kate, if you have any last minute tips, please throw them our way. If anyone has any questions, please type them in the chat while we still have her on. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but oh, I also have another thing. But if you have any last minute tips, please go ahead and share those.
Well, I was just gonna say, sometimes you guys, like these promotions are huge. Do not get me wrong, but don't focus on how big it is and how scary it is and how much you don't want to lose a rank again and how scared you are and all these things, because think about it. Like it's literally the same thing. We're signing people up to make money and change their lives, and we're signing up people to better their bodies and their health. Like it's that simple. And if you're passionate about it, it's as simple as you're signing people. So don't worry about the numbers. And yes, you should know how far away you are, so you know where you're placing and stuff. Yes. But don't sit there and think about, oh, I'm this far away, and fixate on that. Just do the things. Do the host posts, sign the customers, get on work Zooms, have fun with your friends. Like it's all about having fun. And I know like kind of, we already talked about it, but it's like the living your life right now like nobody else, and you'll live the rest of your life like nobody else will. Like it's that kind of thing. But it's okay to be scared. And I know, like, you know, we've all had our setbacks this year, and there's been a lot, or this past year, and there's been like a lot going on, but you can't be the one to hold yourself back, because you guys, you're all so worthy. Because if you weren't worthy, he would not have you here on this Zoom right now. So it's not a question of if you're worthy or if you can do it. It's just you believing in it and you getting it done. Yeah, I think that's all I have.
I loved everything that just came out of your mouth. That was so good. Yeah, I have nothing to add on to that. That was exactly perfect. Okay. But to answer your question, Allison, how have you guys gotten through people like giving up? I feel like that, like, I understand what you mean. I feel like the biggest thing, like, is one, you pray people in and you pray people out. Like, there have been people leave my team that I thought were going to be here forever. And there have been people that I thought were never going to make it past day 2 and they're still here. You know what I mean? Like, they're promoting to diamond and double and all of that. But like, you have to pray people in and pray people out, and just know that like this may not be the right time right this second, but that does not mean that their right time is not going to be in a year from now. You know what I mean? And like, going off of that, try calling them. Like, don't just let them, I don't want to say don't just like let them go, but like call them and be like, sis, what's going on? They could have simply got a no, or someone said there was a pyramid scheme and it hurt their feelings and they're upset. You know, like, it could have been something so small, but to them, it, like, they may as well have just like thrown their whole business down the drain. You know? Like, do you have anything to add on to that, Kate?
Well, no, but that, like, that was amazing. But how she is saying, like, just the trusting in yourself and stuff. You have to know that I can't even tell you guys how many people have been on my team and have quit. Like, and you're going to have times where you're going to have to grow as a leader, and that's where personal development comes in a lot too. So you have to do that every single day. But it's not you guys. It's never going to be, unless you're being mean to them and like, you know, Mean Girls Club and all that. Like, it's not you. It just might not be for them right now, but you can't focus on them and what's happening in the past. You just have to move forward and learn from it and go to the next person. And maybe what you didn't put into that person, you can put into this person and just grow from it. But it's not you not being good enough, or, you know, you're not going to succeed in this. That's not it at all. Exactly. It's just another stepping stone in your story, and you're going to have to go through the little things. You're going to have to build yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've had to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild, you know what I mean? And it's not really rebuilding, but I just to answer your question, that's kind of
no, but exactly, like, I love that. And like, one thing that I can say, like, I went through a phase of my business where I bulldozed over my entire team. Like, I was Mean Girls Club, and like, I was being that person. And then like, it took me realizing, like, holy crap, like, we could have been a lot nicer, you know? And then like, it took me like realizing that. And like, now, like, when I have girls leave my team, or like I have like just like different things happen, you know, like, I can sit back and I'm like, did I love on them? Like, did I give them like every ounce of energy and training that I could? And it's like, yeah, I did. And like, that's where I'm just like, you know, like, it's not me. Like, that's their whatever. Yeah, like, you cannot blame that on yourself.
Yeah, no, it takes literally you sitting there thinking about it and draining yourself over about it. Like, you could just be signing a new person and starting over with them.
Exactly. Like, if you know in your heart, yeah, like, if you know in your heart you did everything for them, you did nothing wrong. And like, that was like the biggest thing I had to go through, because like, I've had multiple like leaders on my team leave, but like, I know at the end of the day, like, I did everything I could for them. Like, there was nothing more that I could do. So like, that's someone else's battle to handle. That's not mine. Exactly. But like, that's like the biggest thing I can say for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to give you guys, I meant to say this earlier when Kate mentioned this, but I forgot. But if any of you guys have any questions, just keep them coming in the chat. But I wanted to mention like some of the things that are working really good for me right now. I'm not going to go over host to post, because y'all know what a host to post is. Host to posts are awesome. If you don't do them, please start right now. Here's a good message to use. when someone says that they're not interested in your products and text replacement is not coming through right now. It's fine. Okay, I was like, maybe it'll work. That's really good to use for a follow-up. And also this is as well. This has signed me multiple on-the-spot customers this month. Kate, I can send you, I think you have the rest of this, but I can send you the rest of it if you need it. But those 2 messages
Yeah,
yeah, these 2 have been working super, super well for me. I've used that host to post message for a long time now. I believe, yeah, Danny showed me this little reach out message at the bottom, but that's been working super well for me. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share earlier. But if no one has any more questions, we can go ahead and I'll stop the recording and we can hop off. But I loved this so freaking much. This was so good. Yeah, I just loved everything about this. Thank you for hopping on.
This was like helpful to me too. Like I love this every minute of
Yeah,
it.
this was so good. Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
so
stop.
proud of you.